Hello, and welcome back to a Strong Collectors. I guess this would be more of like a reaction to one of our newer pickups. So I just got in the new Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. Now, initially, when this first came out, I was pretty excited. I watched the cartoon a ton when I was younger, and I love what they did with the box.
I was going to say that looks really cool, like the
It is, yeah.
opening intro.
And then
Yeah.
even on the side of it, they have like the Spider-Man.
Oh.
He's
Dun,
like,
dun, dun, dun.
exactly. So he's doing like his like thing that's
Yeah.
how it looks in the cartoons. That's on both sides.
Oh, that's fun. I didn't know that was on there.
Yeah.
That's fun.
And then even the back is like what they would look like in the cartoon. So this one is probably one of the better like I mean it's not like the Spider-Man 5-pack box set where it has like the original art on it, but this one is like
Right.
the figures, but it's in a cool style that like this box I probably will try to hold on to if I've got the
I was
space.
going to say that looks like a box worth keeping. I haven't seen any windowless packages yet that I've wanted to keep, so
Yeah. So
that definitely is the best looking one
and
I've seen.
I love that it was kind of all contained within one box, because I had the first Firestar, and then like I didn't really have like a classic nice red and blue Spider-Man until more recently when like the Renew Your Vow Spider-Man came out. And then I had Iceman, the retro Iceman, and he was fine, but once this came out I was like, all right, I'll get rid of my Iceman, keep this one because this is a cell-shaded Iceman. I guess I'll start with him. He was the one I was actually looking forward to the least, just because he's on the pizza, like the retro Pizza Spider-Man body. Not a great body, and even still, like
Don't love that body either.
it's still not a great body for him. I wish they would have just done a complete repaint of the retro, because I don't think that was on the retro Pizza Spider-Man body, or at least I don't remember it being. But if it was, whatever. I do like the cell shading. It's pretty good. I'll put up some pictures of it. He kind of has that similar feel to like the AI Iron Man that we've talked about, where it's kind of like that cheaper-ish plastic feel, but it works. It's like that smooth.
Not really gummy, but pretty smooth.
Right, exactly, yeah. Not gummy, but smooth. I will say his butterfly joints definitely. I mean, I don't know if this is just mine, but they're very hard to move, and when you do move them, it kind of like chews into the plastic a little bit. So just be careful on those if you have these, or if you pick this up and you're moving it around. I will say, I think they missed the mark a little bit on the head. I think
I was gonna ask, does his head seem kind of big, or is that just an optical illusion
no,
right now?
I do think that his head is a little too big, but I think that's probably because the body is too small, too skinny. But I also think it
Is
would
that a
have.
new head? Do we know? Or is that a reuse of
I
the
feel like it's got to be
other
a.
Iceman? Or
It seems like it's a reuse, but also it's kind of got more like geometric, like sharper
like the
lines
angles
to
and
it.
stuff?
Yeah. So that makes me think it's kind of new. But then if it's new, I don't know why they wouldn't have chose more of like a smiling, laughing Iceman, because he's kind of like the comedian of the group, like class
Is he
clown.
kind of stoic looking?
Yeah, he's just kind of like frowny, not like happy.
Yeah, that's not how
Just
I picture Iceman.
yeah, just very like nothing going
Yeah.
on. So he's. I will say he's better than I was
Cold dead
expecting.
eyes. What do you expect, dude? I'm made of ice. My life sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's better than I was expecting. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
And he comes with a base that I think this base is better than the retro. I like the coloring on it better.
Yeah, that looks cool.
So I think that's a fun touch. I mean, it'd be cool to get like the big ice slide, but that would never fit in
Yeah.
a box. But like I said, I'm happy with him. I'll keep him around. Then we'll get into Firestar. So like I said, I had the original Firestar. I never opened her up, just because I didn't have like a Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends display yet, because I was waiting on a Spider-Man. But then by the time I got that, we knew this was coming, so I sold the old one. This one has got the updated body though. I like the double pinless arms and legs. I will say this head sculpt isn't my favorite. I just don't remember her having these like. I think I told you it was kind of like if you watch Harry Potter, it's like Luna Lovegood's Spectre specs.
Yeah.
It seems a little odd, but I like her other head sculpt. Looks much more like a classic Firestar. And she comes with the
yeah.
fire effects. Pretty classic. We've seen these a lot, but I mean, it makes sense to give Firestar fire effects. And then she comes with a little Ms. Lion, which I never opened the other one, but this one has an articulated head, so I'm surprised that Hasbro didn't call this a 4-pack. But yeah, I guess
Yeah.
I don't know if the other one was. Have you ever had the other Firestar or Ms. Lion?
No,
Okay.
I never have.
All right. Well,
Never.
let us know in the comments. Tell me if the other one was also articulated or if they gave us a new Ms. Lion.
Yeah.
Which that seems like that would be surprising, but
Be odd.
you never know. Hasbro does.
I like the double jointed pinless.
Yeah.
That's good.
And she does get
I mean,
a little.
that to me is like the new litmus.
Right.
Is like, especially as the female characters, do you have the double jointed elbows?
Mm-hmm. And yeah, like, it's pretty good articulation everywhere. I will say it gets a little bit gappy in like the chest when you get it all the way up, but for me, honestly, I don't mind that because with my custom flight stands, I need the gap to be able to like stick the wire in there.
Often, I don't know. That's kind of a stretch of a pose for her too, right?
Yeah, I mean, and she's got the gap in the back, so there's plenty of options for me to be able to attach a flight stand to her.
What is the plastic? How is the plastic compared to the Iceman? Is it similar or different?
No, she's kind of like Shriek. I mean, very similar. Nothing here feels cheap or anything. It's all good joints. Yeah. The hair is pretty crazy. Like, it looks really good. So she's even better than I was expecting too.
So would you say from the looks improvement over the other one?
I would say so.
From what you can see?
Yeah. And like I said, I never like had that one in my hands. I only had it in box. But yeah, I'm very happy with this Firestar. And then we get into what I think most people are really wanting out of this pack is the Spiderman on the Amazing Fantasy body, which is my favorite Spider-Man right now. I like that just a little bit more than I like the Renew Your Vows. And yeah, doesn't disappoint. It's exactly what I was expecting. I did try swapping the Renew Your Vows head onto this one just because the eyes are a little bit small on this one, and I like my Spider-Man with big eyes. It doesn't quite work. It's a little bit too big of a head. But if you get him in like a dynamic pose, it's close enough that you could make it pass.
Yeah.
I will say also on his butterfly joints, they're also a little tight in the torso. So I've kind of already gotten some like paint rub on some of the shoulder parts. But you know, it's nothing that I'm going to complain about. Same with the like lower ab crunch. It kind of digs into his hips. So again, not anything major, but just something like if that's something that's going to bother you, just be careful as you're maneuvering him.
What's he come with again? Is it the thwip, fist, and open hands?
Yeah. So wall crawling. I think I've kind of determined now wall crawling hands are my favorite. I like his landing in a wall crawling with other hand back, or even like thwipping with one. I've almost always got one wall crawling hand on there. It's kind of funny. Iceman also comes with 2 wall crawling hands, which I think is just him trying to like shoot the ice out.
Yeah, that makes a little more sense.
Yeah. I just thought it was kind of funny that it's like the exact same hand.
Yeah.
But, you know. And then Firestar's got kind of the typical... it's very similar to like the Renew Your Vows spinneret. She's got the wall crawling hands too, and she's got fists. So Iceman's got 2 pairs of hands, Firestar's got 2 pair, and Spider-Man's got 3. And you can...
How much was this pack again? Was it that...
I think it was like that 77
or something?
Yeah,
that is. Yeah,
I believe so. Which I think is pretty good price. It's about $25 per figure.
26 each, yeah. Something like that.
So, I like it. I like the box. I think all the figures are pretty solid. And it kind of goes in that order where Spider-Man's my favorite, then Firestar, then Iceman. But they all either live up to my expectations or they're even better than I was expecting. So, pretty happy with it. Yeah.
Very good. Can't wait to see you and play with them.
Yeah.
And I'll make my decision.
Yeah. Let us know in the comments if you picked it up or if you're going to be picking it up. Is this going to be your Spider-Man or one of the others? Jordan, you're planning on having the animated Spider-Man be your go-to, right? Well, you don't have it yet, but...
We'll see. I don't have it yet.
I've heard people are liking it.
It's tough, dude. Yeah, I mean, it looks cool. I don't know, man. I have a lot of Spideys I like, though.
Yeah.
Like, I like the Renew Your Vows. I like my Mayfex ripoff up here. Honestly, the Mayfex ripoff is one of my favorites, but I don't know. It's the Renew Your Vows is pretty good, so
Hmm.
I'm curious to see the one you. I mean, I know it's on the Amazing Fantasy body, but
Yeah.
different paint and stuff. So I'd like to see
Yeah.
uh, the Amazing Friends compared to the
Hmm.
new cel shaded one.
Yeah.
Just kind of see.
Yeah. Because I mean, they'll be on the same body as it. That. Yeah.
Right.
We'll see. I think the paint on this guy is perfect. That's exactly what I want in my Spider-Man. So, um, yeah, he's at the top of my list now. So I think that's all we've got for the Amazing Friends 3-pack. Until next time, stay strong.